Hi, hello, my name is Branson, and yes, I consent to you using this video for this class. Why do I do OnlyFans? Well, first one, I love being in front of the camera. I was a theater kid. I'm an actor, so just like, cameras never scared me. Also, I was always a very sexual person. So just, why not, really? A better question is, why would I not do OnlyFans? I mean, hello. I already have a lot of sex, might as well get paid for it. Gay men and homosexuals have always been on like the cusp of taboo and like being incorrect and wrong. So I just feel like they just go with it. We're just a lot more free flowing than the heteros, I suppose. Do I consider myself an exhibitionist and a voyeur? Yes and yes. I love to watch and I love to be watched. Should those kinks be normalized? Well, I'm a strong believer that all kinks should be normalized. Kink shaming is so silly and passe. It's 2022, like, come on, guys. As long as your kink doesn't hurt people without their consent, if you want to, like, wear a diaper, wear a diaper. Like, if you like feet, that's fine. I hate feet, but, like, you can like feet, that's cool. We can still be friends, Like, accept everyone. No, it's never caused a problem for me, personally. I always do it in, like a sanctioned place, like where it's expected or it's okay, like, well, I mean, I've done it when it's not okay and expected, but I never get caught. I guess that's the biggest thing. Remember, don't kink shame and destigmatize sex work. Bye.
Hey, my name is Alex Stedman, and I am a licensed clinical social worker working in Seattle with individuals and couples, primarily LGBTQ folk and folks who are in ethically non-monogamous relationships of all kinds. First and foremost, I was reading over the sort of like the introduction of paraphilic disorders, which is what this category is. And something that I found to be really distinctual is that a paraphilia is necessary but not a sufficient condition for having a paraphilic disorder. And a paraphilia by itself does not necessarily justify or require clinical intervention. And so that language, to me, says that, the kink, whether it's voyeuristic or exhibitionistic, are not inherently diagnosable, right? And so I think it's up to the clinician to see if this thing is causing harm to client or to others, to community or an individual, whether that's a threat, whether it's not consensual, or it is some kind of, like the client feels out of control in some way. And so it's harming self because it's making them do things that they don't feel like they have power over or don't feel good about doing, right? I think something that people who aren't affiliated with the LGBTQ community or the kink community may not know is just how much healing it can happen through sex. I'm not a certified sex therapist by any means, but to have what we call corrective experiences, that's like a term from emotionally focused therapy, which is a couples therapy. To have a corrective experience with a positive thing that was historically negative or harmful is part of the healing process to open up the possibilities of a new experience and a new relationship to self and the world, in this particular instance through sex or some sort of kink, right? And for those who don't know, the kink community, when done well and correctly, is so consensual. There is so much talk about what's okay, not okay, triggers, safety, safe words, things of that nature. So there's a lot of communication, and then aftercare is also super important. And specifically for voyeuristic and exhibitionism, there's even a reclaiming a lot of what used to be very sex negative, something like OnlyFans or Twitter or Tumblr. There's all these ways in which people are reclaiming their sexuality in a public sense by posting pictures or videos about themselves online and being proud of it. And it could be some version of art, right? we're the artists now. We are recreating and reclaiming a lot of that sexuality for ourselves that isn't inherently harmful, unless it's done unconsensually. And so we have agency, and the public also should have agency, right? Like, it should not be forced to show sexually graphic images to the public without their consent. But that gets into tricky territory that we're navigating currently about what is pornographic, right? Is just two men kissing pornographic? I would say not. Some people say that would be pornographic, right? So I think we are in a tough spot there when we have differing opinions about what is harmful. So that language about paraphilic disorders can come into play there. To stigmatize sexuality or gender or sex in that way is actually quite harmful to the individual and to society at large. So that's my hot take. Hope that was helpful.